When Honey and I first started playing the uke, we learnt basic open chord positions, and when we came across music that we wanted to play that had more complex chord shapes, or we'd consult a chord book. And because of that, we actually never really understood how chords were constructed. And increasingly, we found that we wanted to be playing different versions of the same chord. Instead of both playing C like this, we might find other shapes to play C like this. And it was through this process of trying to identify ways of playing chords that would harmonise with each other, but we're not playing exactly the same thing. That's what started us on this journey of discovering. Bosko and Honey's musical mentor originally was a guitarist by the name of John McMillan, and he explained to us the KAGED system for guitar, which is a way of understanding the guitar neck and the way that the strings are set up in a very systematic way. And through this you discover that you actually only need to know 5 chord shapes for each of the main chord groups, like a major chord, minor chords and dominant 7 chords. With this system, all you need to know is 5 different shapes for each of these groups. And this will then enable you to play any major, minor or dominant 7 chord in 5 different positions up and down the neck. You can play any of those types of chords in existence with only having to memorise 15 different chord shapes. So the KAGED system for guitar can be translated to the ukulele as the KAGED system. The letters C, A, G, F, D stand for the chords, the chord shapes. You have C major chord shape, you have an A major chord shape, you have a G major chord shape, an F major chord shape, and a D major chord shape. So I know I can play the C major chord using a C shape, using an A shape, using a G shape, using an F shape, or using a D shape. And they always go in this order up the neck. The same works for minor chords, using minor shapes, for example, using a C minor shape, C minor using an A minor shape, C minor using a G minor shape, C minor using an F minor shape, C minor using a D minor shape. And you'll notice that those chords always go in the order of C, A, G, F, D, hence the KAGED system. The same also applies for dominant 7 chords. So in effect, for every major, minor and dominant 7 chord that exists, I know instantly 5 different ways of playing that chord. So this enables you to have lots of different voicings, which as one half of a ukulele duo comes in really handy, because basically you can play together and not have to be banging away on the same shape. We kind of came to the conclusion that what's the point of having two instruments unless you're doing something different with each one? So for instance, you could have a chord progression like this. And with my knowledge of the KAGED system, I can actually play that sequence in a completely different position that gives a different character to the voicings. And I do run workshops explaining this system and how simple it is to just memorize 15 chords in order to be able to play any major, minor or dominant 7 chord in existence in 5 different positions. But also you can go to our website ukulelesafari.com and actually download the charts, the diagrams explaining this system and how it works. So yeah, feel free, drop on by, it's all free.